They're known as the tree cholla because they get very large, one of the largest species of cholla you can find. In the wild, you'll see them grow between 6 and 8 feet out in the plains. If they're in better microclimates, if there's rocks around them, if they're on the sides of canyon, they can actually get up to 15 feet tall, so rather large for any cholla species. And they make really stunning plants. Now, there are a few things to consider whenever you're growing these. They have extremely sharp spines. This is probably the most dangerous plant. The Cylindropuntias, or the cholla, are the most dangerous of all cactus. This one has easily detached segments, and if you poke yourself with it, like I'm going to let myself do right now, ouch, well, it won't stick into me. Maybe it's because I don't want to stick it, get stuck by it. But they have reverted spines, similar to that of a porcupine. So like a fish barb, they go backwards on the spine. I'll put a picture on the screen to show what that's like. And these guys will stick right into your skin and then break off into your skin, and it hurts very bad. So you want to be careful with them. They have a mild toxin, like most cacti do, on their stems and on their spines, but that isn't going to cause any issues unless you have an allergic reaction to them. So out here where that's growing, it's near a parking lot, and we park all our cars here, and it isn't a bad spot for it at all. It doesn't really bother anybody. It's here in the middle of the bed, so it's very easy to see. So if you're going to plant it out in a very sunny location. It doesn't like shade. If you put it in shade, it's not going to do that well. If it gets at least 6 hours of sun, it'll be fine. So part shade will be okay, but full shade, it'll die in. It won't be able to survive in that. It seems to be not very susceptible to pests. We get some cactus bugs on it, but they don't really seem to harm the overall health of the plant. Now, sometimes they'll make it less attractive by leaving little yellow scars all over the plant, but I don't even notice that here. Those mostly attack the opuntias, the prickly pear. So these guys are just an excellent, stunning plant if you live anywhere in zones basically 5B or south of that, and you can give it implemented soil and then get you some large stones like I'm sitting on here that are facing towards the south to attract some sunlight. They will slowly release that heat overnight, keeping them alive during the cold months. So the biggest thing that kills cactus, and the #1 killer of cactus, isn't necessarily the cold. It is the moisture on the roots while it's cold. The cactus aren't able to grow or absorb the water, so it sits on the roots, and it slowly starts to deteriorate and kill the cactus. So that goes for basically all the species that are growing in here. None of them really like roots that are going to be saturated in water. And that goes for all cactus. But this guy has a few other blooms. There's another bloom right here that's going to open up, and it's got 2 more down here that are lower. I'm seeing a ton of native solitary bees. Even though these aren't necessarily native to this area of Oklahoma, they do really well here, and they help out a lot of our pollinators. They're very deer resistant. Deer are not going to come around and try to munch on these